Dark Myth Wukong. Chapter 28. Red Lotus Fire Body. Hearing the explosion, Sun Wukong knew Zhu Bajie had completed his body refinement. Unfortunately, his own injuries were too severe. Even standing up was difficult. Just as Sun Wukong struggled to rise, a flash of red light appeared before him, followed by a mass of raging flames. Sun Wukong knew the flames before him were Zhu Bajie.
Idiot, are you all right?
Monkey bro, what happened to you? Who injured you so badly? Let me avenge you.
I'm fine. I just need some rest. Where's Master? I have something to tell you both.
All right, monkey bro, don't move. I'll go get Master right away.
With that, another flash of fiery light flickered. Soon after, Tang Sanzang arrived, seated upon a blazing red lotus. However, Tang Sanzang's face was pale, clearly indicating excessive magic power consumption.
Master, are you all right?
Tang Sanzang opened his eyes and replied, "I'm fine. Just expended a bit too much magic power. Wukong, how are you? How did you get injured so severely?"
Master Bajie, listen to me. Back then, after we returned from fetching the scriptures.
Subsequently, Sun Wukong recounted all his discoveries and deductions to Tang Sanzang and Zhu Bajie. When he finished, both Tang Sanzang and Zhu Bajie stood frozen in place. This information was truly too shocking. If it hadn't come from Sun Wukong's own mouth, they would never have believed it. It practically shattered their worldview. However, they both knew Sun Wukong never spoke nonsense. He must have solid evidence. But still, this was truly...
I know this information isn't easy to accept quickly, but it doesn't matter. The Buddhist sect won't be sending anyone for a while. So, we'll be safe for the time being. What we need to do next is consolidate our strength and recuperate. When we all reach our peak state, that will be the time to set out again. But, Bajie, wait until Master and I have recovered. Then you must go find Chang'e. I know you won't be at ease until you find her. Besides, the secrets of Guang'an Palace cannot be discovered by the Buddhists. Once you find Chang'e, come and rejoin us.
Having said this, Sun Wukong closed his eyes. Clearly, speaking so much at length had taken its toll on his already injured body. Seeing Sun Wukong so gravely injured, Tang Sanzang's heart bled with pain. He waved his hand, and a small, almost transparent flower appeared above Sun Wukong's head. It spun continuously, and with each rotation, a dense stream of spiritual energy and blood qi poured into Sun Wukong's body. Sun Wukong's injuries and nearly depleted spiritual power began to recover at a rate visible to the naked eye. At this, Tang Sanzang let out a soft sigh of relief, while a resolute light flashed in his eyes, as if he had made some difficult decision. "Bajie, let's go. Don't disturb your eldest senior brother's rest. Use this time to properly familiarize yourself with your current body and power. If Master isn't mistaken, you should also possess the strength of a lower-level saint now. Work hard, so you can lend your senior brother a hand in the future."
Yes, Master.
After this great upheaval, it seemed everyone's personality was subtly changing. Sun Wukong became more cautious, more resourceful. Tang Sanzang became more resolute, more decisive. Zhu Bajie became more sensible, more courageous. Everyone was growing, whether in strength or other aspects. 7 days later, at Pangu Cave, the mountain range, usually deathly silent, suddenly saw a pillar of fiery red light shoot into the sky at an unimaginable speed. Subsequently, 2 plainly dressed travelers appeared amidst the dense mountains. One was extraordinarily handsome, while the other leapt about like a monkey. Another 7 days passed. A small town in the extreme north of northern Uttarakhand welcomed 2 travel-worn wandering monks. These 2 were none other than Sun Wukong and Tang Sanzang. After leaving Pansi Cave that day, the two didn't know which direction to head. Searching for the remaining 3 divine stones was easier said than done. The world was vast, and finding 3 stones was like searching for a needle in a haystack. The difficulty was immense, yet they didn't have much time for a slow search. With no other choice, they could only head north. Because Sun Wukong had once heard that at the northernmost point of northern Uttarakuru lived a clan called the Ice Clan. They were beautiful beings, and perhaps they might have some information about the water attribute 5 elements divine stone. Thus, the two traveled non-stop towards northern Uttarakuru, finally arriving at the last small town after 7 days. Further north lay the uninhabited extreme North Ice Plain. Legend had it that even great golden immortals dared not step foot onto that ice plain, because the temperature was simply too low. Cultivators below the great golden immortal realm, once entered, would soon find their magic power stagnating, eventually freezing into solid blocks of ice. The extreme North Ice Plain was a renowned life, forbidden zone in the 3 realms. Sun Wukong remembered hearing about it years ago, when he was king on Flower Fruit Mountain, drinking with other demon kings. The crocodile demon king had unintentionally revealed it. He said he had once accidentally strayed deep into the extreme North Ice Plain and was surrounded by a group of beautiful ice spirits. If not for the Eastern Emperor Bell left behind by Dong Huang Tai, he would have certainly died. Those ice spirits had strength around the great golden immortal level, were immune to the cold, and moved freely in the extreme chill. But an ordinary great golden immortal, unless constantly circulating spiritual power to protect their body, would find even movement difficult, let alone fighting. Hence, the extreme North Ice Plain became a place that made most people pale just hearing its name. But, no matter how terrifying it was, today, Sun Wukong had to make the trip, just like the journey for the scriptures years ago. Knowing full well that reaching the western heaven wouldn't yield any good results, he still righteously pressed forward step by step. Some things, even knowing the danger, knowing there will be no result, still need to be experienced once. If you don't experience it, don't try it, and everything is just hearsay, then is your life truly your own. Moreover, often, only after personal experience will you discover that things aren't entirely as they seem. Returning to the present, after entering the town, Wukong and his master went straight to an inn and booked 2 superior rooms. They then began to sit cross-legged in meditation, to recover from the fatigue of their hurried journey. By sunset, both had recovered to their peak state. Sun Wukong then went downstairs and ordered 2 vegetarian meals. After eating and resting, Sun Wukong thought for a moment, then said,
Master, the road ahead, let this disciple walk it alone. Although Master is now also at the Saint Realm, this extreme North Ice Plain is exceptionally dangerous. If anything untoward happens, it would be terrible.
It's that dangerous, but if you go alone, Master will be even more worried.
Master, there's something you don't know. This world is divided into 4 great continents, but these continents aren't solely occupied by the Buddhist sect, Heavenly Court, and Demon Race. Beyond these 3 major powers, there are countless other powerful clans on the 4 great continents. For example, the Water Spirit Clan, Ice Clan, on this extreme North Ice Plain, the Barbarian Clan on the extreme west wasteland of western Aparagadania, the ancient 5 ancestors in the extreme south of southern Jambudvipa, and so on, are all powerful forces no weaker than the Heavenly Court or the Buddhist sect. It's just that for some special reasons, they rarely appear in the world. Therefore, although Master has reached the Saint Realm, you are, after all, not skilled in combat. If you encounter Saint-level experts from these ancient races, I fear it would be difficult to resist. But if it's just this disciple alone, even if I can't win, escaping is still possible. So please, Master, don't be upset. Everything your disciple does is for your own good.
After hearing this, Tang Sanzang sighed softly, knowing that if he followed, he might indeed become a burden to Wukong. Yet, letting Wukong enter such a dangerous place alone, he couldn't rest easy. Thinking of this, Tang Sanzang reached out, flicked his finger, and a transparent small flower appeared at his fingertip.
Wukong, Master knows this journey is exceptionally dangerous. If Master follows, I fear I will only hinder you. However, take this void salvation flower. At a critical moment, it can save your life. If you encounter danger, Master will also know your location and come to rescue you.
Sun Wukong wanted to say something more, but looking up at Tang Sanzang's unusually firm gaze, he could only nod and accept the void salvation flower. Then, turning around, he transformed into a streak of light and vanished.